Hi there, this is Huskins with the review for, the preview for the 26th of Jan 2011. Now let us see what happened today so that we can understand what might happen tomorrow. We had the indexes down, all of them. However, the Dow came back, you know, uh, it had gone down 81 pips and it just closed down 3 points lower. So it did manage to kind of regain all its losses for the day, but just generally you could have a look at all the commodities which we follow, that is oil and gold, both of them down, and all the indexes were down. This should typically mean that the value of the US dollar should have gone up, uh, but that wasn't the case. The value of the US dollar is all mixed. We had news from the pound, and that caused the US dollar's value versus the pound to go up. But euro, we were bullish on the euro, and in spite of a bad stock market day, the euro still managed to make gain, and we were bullish on the CHF. So the US dollar even lost gain on a bad stock market day. Now, this lends me to believe that we shouldn't change our strategies too much and look at individual currency pairs and see whether we can come up with individual strategies, trading strategies for them. So let me pull up my daily chart. The Australian US dollar. The Australian US dollar is in a mix. It's consolidating right now. So I'll use my 2 a.m. pullback approach to enter into a trade. 1:1 risk reward. And so that's with the Australian dollar. Let's look at the Euro USD. Euro USD, I continue to be bullish. So we use the pullback trade only to buy the Euro USD. The 2 a.m. pullback trade only to buy the Euro USD. If we get a sell signal, we'll not be taking that. USD CHF, we continue to be bearish. So if we get a 2 a.m. sell setup, we'll take it. If we get a 2 a.m. buy setup, we'll ignore it. The New Zealand US dollar. The New Zealand US dollar has now started making its momentum upwards. We've had 3 green days in a row, and though one cannot 3 days does not make a trend, and it hasn't broken any major support or resistance. You know what? I am bullish, a little bit bullish, but I'd yet mark New Zealand US dollar as neutral. However, let us change the technique which we'll use on the New Zealand US dollar, and we enter long or short at a 78.6 fib retracement level after we get a long or short entry. So we wait for a pullback. Let's say this is how I'd go about trading the New Zealand US dollar. Wait for 2 a.m. Draw the 0.25% up and above the band and below the price, and when the price closes below that and closes above the 21 SMA, that is a trade signal to buy the New Zealand US dollar. But I'll wait for a 78.6% retracement to actually buy it. I'm not going to enter the trade at that particular level. Let me show that to you with an example. This is the US dollars chart today. So Now we get a sell, we are into a sell zone. Now we're waiting for an entry to get us into a buy mode. So we enter in buy here normally. In this particular case, I will not enter in buy here. I'd wait for a 78.6 fib retracement level. So from here to the highest point before I got my buy signal, and I'd want to enter out here. Now where would my stop be? The stop would be at the same distance, not at the same level. What do I mean by that? If I had gone long out here, my stop would be below this low. But in this case, if I go long out here, my stop, we'd measure the distance from this low to our what would have been our entry, and in this case we have 15 pips. So we have 15 pips plus spread as a stop, but we calculate a stop from our entry. So we'd have a new stop which will be a lot lower. So that's a little adjustment for the New Zealand dollar. The USD CAD is also consolidating. I will, instead of using a 0.25% retracement on the USD CAD, I will change that to 0.5% bands. Why am I doing that? Is that I do not want to be in the same trade on my Aussie US dollar, New Zealand US dollar, and the USD CAD at the same time. So I'm just changing around things a little bit so that we get different trades, and it's not the same trade which we are actually trading. So that's about it, guys, for right now. I will update you all later with how to trade the news. Thank you.